I had this last week. I went to a very important event, and I'll talk about it later. But it was a lot of other people in the business, and I see them, and I'm like, okay, how was that interaction? Was that good? Like, oh God, did I cut that person off? And you start second guessing yourself, and I don't want to do that with the fans either. Like I'm generally a very giving person to the point where I get mad because I don't give enough to myself. Like, here's just some examples of like interactions I do. Like, this girl came up and she was so sweet, and she was just like, I just want to tell you that I'm really sad that when you died. And I was like, okay. And I hear that all the time. And she's like, it was sad. She's like, I would have kept you around. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm here. And she's like, no, but they did you dirty. And then I hugged her, and then she started crying. Like, she's like, but fucking really crying. Like, she was really genuinely, and it was like something happened. Like, whatever I was doing in that movie transferred to her, and it felt like she lost a friend. And I was like, damn, this is like powerful, more powerful than, this is not about me. This is just about everything that happened in West and the movie and the way it touches people. And she was just so upset, and I just held her for a while, a really long time. And I just like, I would have chose you. I think you're beautiful. And she was so sweet, and I really kind of touched me. I fucked up. I see a lot of different emotions, but I was like, damn, man, she's really hurt by this. And I just thought, like, I gotta get out of the way of these interactions and just let them be whatever they are. But it's an intense thing because people, and they're not crazy. She's not crazy or anything. She just was affected by a piece of art. It permeated her, and that's intense, man. That's when like you done something good or been a part of something good, And we don't, that's the difference between us and TikTok. Because it's 28 years later, Jack, and people are acting like it's yesterday. So it's like, the new world confuses popularity with good, And you could be popular and do amazing shit or whatever, but is it going to stand the test of time? And that's what I'm learning with Scream. It's not only standing the test of time, it's getting better. Low-key, younger people come up to me and tell me how much they love this movie that are in high school. And I said, you saw the new ones? And they go, oh, yeah, I love the new ones, but nothing is like the original. So they go back, love the new ones, and then watch the originals and then get a whole new thing. And I'm like, wow. It doesn't hurt that we've, aged into some daddies and zaddies and some funkles. That doesn't hurt. We're not a cast that's, hard on the eyes. And we're just good people and sweet. I would say we're the sweetest cast of any movie in a long time. Actually, and actually very, I would put us against any cast. Like, how many casts really talk? There'd be people I haven't worked with in 28 years, and I'll still just have a steak with them and catch right up. We all have a shorthand, isn't that wild? I defy many people to do that. Probably, obviously the cast of Friends and different people. But and then I saw these two kids. I'm driving my van, and these two kids, that sounds weird. Two kids, and their two moms. And this one kid's dressed as Leatherface, and the other kid's dressed as Michael Myers. And they start waving at me. They couldn't have been more than 8. They're like, Jamie, hi. And then I go in and I park. And like 3 hours later, these kids come up to my table. I go, I just want to tell you how much I love that. You have a movie. I'm like, you're too young. And they're like, no, you know the rules. And then they watched Malibu, and they told me like 3 scenes. I thought these kids actually watch it. I'm like, well, you can watch the comedy, but the horror's a little too early for you, bro. And they're like, no. And I was just like blown away. I mean, they were cosplaying. Their moms were with them, and they were so sweet. The moms were so sweet, I got my first sponsor, my first legit sponsor, and it's underwear. And it's Sheath Underwear. Now, I didn't take them out before. Now, these are really interesting underwear. First of all, they smell really good. I mean, they don't smell good. That was gay. They do smell good, actually. They're soft. That's why I put it on my face. They're soft underwear. They're naturally cool. Okay? They're called Sheath Underwear. They've got this cool logo on them. And then their whole gimmick is that you put your donger, you put your stuff there, And then this is a to-do. I mean, then you put your tube in there. I don't know if you can see that. So your donger rests, your bits are in there, and your kibble is in there, and then it's literally like it gives you a little extra package there if you like that. If you're a person that wears jeans, and they got these cool colors, they're funky. And I'm gonna tell you something. Go to sheathunderwear.com. Use my promo code. I don't sleep in underwear, man. I usually sleep buck because I have sheets like this. Even these are pretty soft. Like I have bamboo sheets. These are pretty almost like them. That's pretty right on there. I would sleep on this if it was a sheet. And it's cool, like naturally cool. I like to sleep exactly how. I don't like to wear underwear. I wore these to bed last night, and I didn't feel like they were cutting off my circulation. I fell asleep. Like, this isn't me being a hoe. This is me believing. I believe in these underwear. Like, we just started our partnership, In order for them to be my sponsor, I gotta get views, and I think that there's a lot of things that we have to do, but it's like the algorithm is tough. But I love them. The brand, I haven't met the owner yet, but he's an upstart. It looks awesome. It's actually a very good product. You get a discount. You should try them. If you like underwear, if you like your packaged up, I would try them, man. They're fucking good. They're really good. Like, I'm not going to do anything that I don't try. You know what I'm saying? So, try them. Do it. Sheathunderwear.com. And promo code Jamie. See, I yawned in the middle of that. You couldn't do that on TV because it doesn't matter. Everyone knows everyone's a liar, and I'm not lying. And, and then we got this one girl. Listen to this. This one girl. She was so sweet. I don't know. She's in college, I think. She spent $5,000 all weekend. I'm like, girl, don't do it. And she's like, no, this is what I love. And she met everyone and took tons of pictures with everybody and bought stuff. I mean, she did everything you could do at this event. $5,000. I think she said she also paid for her flight and her hotel and all that, but that's just a lot. And, that's why I feel like an obligation to make sure that people have the right interaction with me, And there's just moments where I'll say things, though, and I'll, say something, and, here's where it gets weird for me is, I'll say something, I'll have an awkward moment with people because I don't always just turn it on. I'm, real sometimes. I'm real a lot of times, but people say that, but I'm actually real. Like, if they do something that makes me mad, I'll say it. Or if they do something that makes me laugh, I'll laugh. Or if they're fucking being funny or what, you know what I'm saying? If they're being, flirty, I'll respond. All types of different reactions you can deal with. And this woman came and she had beaten cancer. And then I was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, y'all are here. She just had a crazy cancer battle. And I'm like, we're not as important as your battle. I didn't really talk to her that much. And she was like, duh, I gotta see y'all. And I'm like, why? And then I guess she was like, bucket list things, And it took me a while because I was still like, you're so cavalier about it. I'd rather, but I guess if you beat it, I don't know, I was tired. And I was like, getting an autograph for me is not nearly as important as doing your cancer treatment. But I guess if your cancer treatment is done and you feel, and it's done and you beat it and you're clear, then I guess you do your bucket list. I guess, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. It just struck me as odd that why you would see me. I would rather just fucking go to a fucking cliff and look at the sunrise than go see Tom Felton. You know what I mean? I like Tom Felton, but, does that make sense? But I understand why she did it.